In the 1990s, I was a civilian doctrine writer and instructor at the U.S. Army Physical Fitness School, Fort Benning, and I began teaching an old forgotten military style of club swinging. It was first taught by Colonel Herman J. Koehler, father of U.S. Army physical readiness training at West Point, when he was Master of the Sword from 1885 to 1923. He grew up training here in the old Milwaukee German Turner Hall. You can see the clubs front and center. That's him on the left and his Uncle George Brocious on the right. This is America's first international gymnastics team. Brocious was the coach and head of the Milwaukee Turner Gymnasium. He was a Civil War veteran and master of classical military gymnastics. This is the old Davenport, Iowa German Turner Hall where I grew up training in the 1950s. Same system. Look carefully at the wall on the left and you can see the clubs. They were an integral component in the old German training. The first Davenport Turner Hall was built in 1852, and I showed up around a century later in 53-54 when I was around 9 years old. Our motto was sound mind and sound body, mens sana in corpore sano. I lived a few blocks away. Back then, even the taverns organized athletic leagues. Many of these men served in World War II and Korea. Fitness was important to them, and Davenport, Iowa was known for its physical culture. You can see here the clubs left of center. Some of these men learned to swing clubs at the Turner Gymnasium of the YMCA, and others learned while they were in the military. Back then, the Army called them war clubs. This is a Davenport German-American parade float from during World War I, when Koehler was teaching at West Point. Again, you can see the clubs. Davenport was Eurocentric, united, and patriotic then, and still embraced the old physical training systems. And the German Turners were known for their high levels of physical fitness and willingness to serve. I recall seeing old dusty World War II posters still hanging in some of the buildings. I was too young to fully appreciate them, but understood they had something to do with being prepared to defend the highest ideals of my country. I knew back then I was going to be a soldier someday, and it fueled my physical training, including club swinging. This is West Point in the old Koehler Gymnasium in the late 1800s. Look carefully. This is not a workout. They're even wearing ties. Club swinging is neural training designed to bring the shoulders to life. The goal was rational progression, variety, and precision. Today I'm heading to the Rock Island Arsenal to spend the day practicing. This is the first tank built at the Arsenal in 1919 and 1920. It was a joint project between the USA, Great Britain, and France. What a monster. The Arsenal is walking distance from my boyhood home, and I came here often. Our teachers told us to train outdoors whenever possible, in places that stir the soul. The Arsenal is located on an island between Iowa and Illinois on the Mississippi River. War Chief Black Hawk and his people once lived here until the white man came. It was once a prison for Confederate soldiers during the Civil War. Many died and are buried here. I knew all this growing up and have always considered this a very special place. I'm going to practice for 6 hours today. This is the slow phase. usually around 50 to 100 cycles and a short break. Today, I will do around 1,000 repetitions. This is 1st Army Headquarters. It is the oldest and longest standing field army in the USA and was established on 10 August 1918 in France under the command of General John J. Blackjack Pershing. I don't know much about this tank, perhaps early World War II. Maybe some of you historians out there will recognize it. Transitions are very important for maintaining continual movement. This is medium speed with no set series of patterns. When I was young, I wondered how the old men into their 70s and 80s could swing clubs continually without stopping, while my shoulders would fatigue early on. Now I am approaching 80 years on Starship Earth, and I finally begun to figure it out. Progression, variety, and precision. And the fourth and essential imperative, practice. Over time, the shoulders will give up all resistance and the movements will flow without effort. It's late afternoon now, time to head out. But whenever I visit the arsenal, I always stop at the Rock Island National Cemetery. 66 acres and around 37,000 internments. It was established in 1863 to bury the Union soldiers who guarded the Confederate prisoners. I come here to honor all the veterans buried here.